told you I'd be back. That was very fast. All right. So now I have my 5 Demogorgon pedals that I knocked out in, less than 30 minutes. Now I have one more piece to do. I missed one. I'm back from outer space. I was on, I had to leave, I'm back. Things got messy, it was terrible. It wasn't terrible. Had to make a phone call. Sadly, sometimes while I'm YouTubing, I'm also lifing. Alright, we are now plenty warm. We can put our Demogorgon mouth parts together. Hashtag Demogorgon mouth parts. Probably wouldn't look up that hashtag because it might not only be Demogorgon bits, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so that is another fine demo flap. I'm just going to go ahead and put the one up here first. And I'm going to cut this at a bit of an angle, but not crazy. And I will actually put foam behind this so that, I think it lands right, yeah, it lands right there. I will reinforce this with foam on the back side of it. Just leave that there for a moment. So just cut that a little bit of an angle so it doesn't go on straight. It goes on, tilted down a little bit, which is what I want. Okay, so I've got two, and I found that as I test fit this one's rocking around, so let's get it glued down. I'm rocking around the Demogorgon head, do 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 do. And let's get sticky with it. No. Getting sticky with it. No. Promise I won't dance again. I'm sorry that happened. Actually, I don't promise. It'll probably happen again. At some point in time, I'll have to leave and get food. That'll be a couple hours from now. Had a wonderful breakfast. Lunch fist. You know how it is. Okay. And I'll do this one that same way, but I'm going to put a little bit more of an angle on it. This is getting me that head petal shape. I'm making the Demogorgon look like a sunflower. Lettuce, sunflower. Okay, there's that, there's that. This one I do want to live a little higher, so when I glue it down, I'll pull it up back a little bit. That'll be easy. And I should have room. All right, so that will work right there. There we go. But what I want to do is there are a piece of the visor that I put on in the last one. This just sticks up a little bit. I'm going to shave that down. Okay. Get the other side. Those are just kind of brackets that hold this. I'm going to mark around them. You know, you just kind of see how they sit on that head. And now I'll just cut them out. Where are the scissors that I used to have? Aha! The Demogorgon was hiding. Jerko Demogorgon. Yeah, that's enough. That'll get me where I need to go here. You like how I'm cleverly hiding all the action from you on the other side? That's on purpose. No. I'll do one over here in a moment. Just be patient. Or don't watch now. Watch it on 2x later. Watch so it's twice as fast. That's what I do. I watch stuff. I don't ever watch YouTube at regular speed. It's very, very rare. Like a new movie trailer, I'll watch at regular speed. Okay, there's that one. We have one more to do. So somehow I have one more of these to do, but I have 3 of them cut out. So I don't know what I did. I don't know how I did this. I will take one of these extras and put it up under. Oh no, you know what? This, what I just glued on there was the back of a helmet. So I've got helmets sitting here to glue up. This is the back of a helmet. I gotta make another one of those because I just used it over here. So I am working fast, but clean your workstations, kids. That is a testament to why you clean your workstation. And now I have more work to do on that helmet, aside from just glue it together. I was working fast, not smart. So Rob has been working in my shop lately, of course, and intern Stan has been helping in the shop. And intern Stan wired up his first Krampus mask with LED eyes. And the end of the process, he's like, I want to plug it into a battery before I leave and see how, I just want to see it lit up. He used one blue LED and one red LED. So that's the police Krampus. He will pull you over for not wearing Christmas sweaters. So the next time Stan is in, he'll be rewiring one of those eyes. You know what, I want this to be a little higher. There we go. I do have one extra of these. I don't know how that happened either. I'm gonna make it be on the bottoms. I'm using that form of measuring that happens when you just hold something up and cut it. Mark it, cut it, mark it, cut it. It's fast. It's not perfect, but it's fast. Like me. You know what, I'm gonna do it this way. All right, let's look for questions. This will be a full suit. Absolutely a full suit. Stilts. Harbor Freight, you could get it from, Jay. It is floor mat foam. This piece has a big cutout in it, but hopefully you can imagine what it looks like when it's not cut out. It's just a square with these keys on it. And you get, I think, 8 sheets in a package. It's like $10, man, or 4 sheets in a pack. I don't know. It's like $10. So they're not very expensive. And I've used maybe 2 full sheets on this so far, but I'll use more. But yeah. Anyway, back to answering questions. Hello, haunt helpers. Using mine to form a scabbard for a LARP sword I made. Any thoughts? Yeah, we had Blade made an appearance in our Halloween show, and to make his scabbard for his sword, we used PVC pipe that we heated with a heat gun, and then we were able to, put the sword handle down in there. It worked out really well. Perfect. It's kind of not perfect because this is a stilt walker and I've just killed a lot of his down vision. So maybe I want to angle this down some more. Yeah, if I just angle it down like that, I think I'm fine. I can make sure it angles down. I can make sure it angles down by cutting this at an angle. Anyway, now I can put on this piece. Now we'll heat it up and make it cool while shooting down at an angle. Okay, there we go. Let's check my vision on it. I'm actually great with that. But now you can get an idea of how big the head is going to be. On someone with a neck where it's standing off their shoulders a bit more, that'll be nice. I can see great. Very happy with that. I'm about to make the vision much worse, of course, but okay. What's a good latex? There's different types of latex, but not really brands. I buy mask latex from Bitty Mold Supply. So now that I have this, the main thing I want to do is I'm going to put pieces back here that the pieces on the back that just hold this together a little better. You know, the more surface area that you can glue, the better. And I can use those too to adjust them, like pull them back more or really freeze them in the spot that I want. And these are not going to be amazing pieces of art. I'm just thinking strips. That kind of do this. Like that. And then they'll go from here, and I can just glue them down to here. One more bit of support and buttressing for this. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. About as long as I can get out of it. I want to use my scrap. I don't want to cut up a new piece just for these strips. You know? I'm not worried about them being even or all the same length. None of it. None of it. Also, I've got several of these pieces. When I cut for my laser cutter, I get this strip. That's a great piece to turn into these guys. I'm just giving it a taper on both ends so it's got a more organic look. Anything squared off, your eye is going to really notice like fast. So, boy, this is a tight pair of scissors. WD-40 those. Oh, WD-40 right here. Well, that's much better. Good to have working tools, eh? Good to have tools, eh? Canadian show for a moment. I'm not digging on those scraps. Ooh, but this piece over here is good. Okay. Four. Five. And now that I cut all those, I like them a little thinner. So I'm going to put this one on a diet. And this one's a fatty too. Okay, now I'm going to paint all these at a time with the contact cement. All right, so a rule of working fast. If you want to work fast, work dry. As soon as you start working wet, meaning painting something or paper mache, which takes forever, not fast, you're going to have to wait for something to dry. You can't glue anything to something while it's wet. There are a few exceptions, but for the most part, you have to wait for it to dry. And I'm trying to build this Demogorgon in a very short amount of time. So everything I'm going to do is going to be very dry. Contact cement excluded, but I am going to speed that up and control its drying by the heat gun. And there's so many, what makes it fumey, what makes it have fumes is the chemicals in it that will, evaporate very quickly, and that's why it dries quickly. That's also why it smells so bad. Toluene is the chemical in contact cement toluene that makes it smell so bad. It works so good. Because the contact cement is basically rubber that someone has said, hey, why don't you just stay liquid for a while? And the rubber was like, okay, I'll stay liquid for a while, but you have to give me some hard stuff. So they put toluene in it, and the toluene evaporating is the smell that you get. So I've already put contact cement on all of this where I want it and on all of these. I'll dry this top one. Check it on your hand to make sure it's hot. Yep, it's hot. And I'll do this guy on that one. I can put the contact cement down on my table because contact cement needs to be on both sides really to stick. It won't stick to the table because there's no contact cement on the table. Now this is really pliable, and I want to hold that up. And now this is gluing this up in this position. And I'll go back and, like, this end is fat, I'll taper those to be more organic. I'm just going to go down the line here. And I don't want to bridge the gap. I don't want to run from here to there. I don't want a gap in there. I want it to be solid. Flip over, flip over. And see how that's also adding a nice detail to the back of the head, where now it's not just a dome. I've got these rises, or still like ribs coming down. That's going to be nice. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 1:38 p.m.
Okay, I'm at 1 hour. I'm 1 hour in on this build. My goal for the mask is 3 hours. Okay. I didn't quite glue enough on the top of the head, so I'm going to hit that now a little bit more. A little more of that. I ask her that every now and then. It does smell like victory. I'm pretty sure that it would, Chris. I'm sure it would work in the UK. Thanks, Jay. That's right. The fumes keep you calm. The real monsters aren't the ones we're making. It's the ones in our head. Anyway. So, there we go. Once again, I'm peeling it back just a bit for negative pressure. Let's go up here. Nice. This is dry now, so I just push that down. And now I'm going to come in with my knife. Let's sharpen it. Get a little bit closer now. All right, so these are 3/8 of an inch thick, so they stick up a little bit. I'm gonna just come in here and start at about 1/4 of this height and taper my way to full height closer to the pedal. So, you know, that's got a taper to it. That's not a jarring stop off. There we go. Foam dulls your blade very fast. This is a Kershaw knife sharpener that I use for razor blades now. Makes these guys last one heck of a lot longer. Remember that time Alan slit his wrist on YouTube by accident? Well, let's not remember that time. Be careful with these guys. When you're using a tool like a knife like this, be careful. Don't cut towards your body. Cut with the most possible control. Don't get your fingers in the way. All that stuff. All right, so I now have I got this head, you know, look at that pedally head. This is a big mask. Yes, you can make a lot of things from this foam. Oh, well, okay. We're going on Dark Hour Social. All right. Laura, if you are on, then you may want to give our marketing person, Amy, a call and talk to her. You missed me building this, Richard. That's all. Foam helmet, that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right. Here we go. I have to hide his eyes better. I have to disguise this in here and give this its own texture. So I'm going to go to one of my go-tos. saran wrap. I use saran wrap for a lot of things. Right now, I'm going to use it for texture inside of this face. You know what, I think I'll go on top of this beak first. And yes, I hit that, but I'm also going to hit my saran wrap because this spray adhesive itself is also a contact cement. Meaning it works best if you put it on both sides and then press it together. Jason, I'm very glad to hear that. That's awesome. Jay, very cool. Good luck finding investors. Saran wrap is pretty amazing. So I'm going to take this, but boy, if you thought saran wrap stuck to itself before, wait till you cover it in spray adhesive. And I want it to go on wrinkly. Okay, I don't want it to go on free of wrinkles. I want it to go on wrinkly. And I need it to do kind of its own thing up in here. See, now I've got, it's wrinkled on there. I can hit it with a gun, tighten it up, make little holes in it. But it's still very organic. Okay, so that's covered now. That's nice. I trust that to look cool. I trust it to look cool. Go ahead and put up more saran wrap. Almost done with my Sunkist. So, there is a Stranger Things convention in town. And I don't go on social media a lot. Like, you know, I'm busy. Let's just say I'm busy. And I just found out about it. I love the show, and I love monsters. I thought it would be fun if I/Dark Hour made a monster just to go and any excuse to monster, you know what I mean? This won't be like a super official event, but it will be fun to go and suit up and be in character and be a monster. Now I'm trying to cover the face. I've got that over the face. But now you can't see. I know, right now the actor could not see. But I'm going to hit this with the heat gun and open up some little holes. I'm manipulating it. I'm enforcing my will upon the saran wrap so that I can get organic structures in there that I can paint and they won't look crazy. Go ahead and hit this again. Several layers. Layers is the key. I know I'm working fast. Eventually I'm going to have to move my scrap pile because I don't need it anymore and it's in my way. And I see how much I need for that space. And I'm ripping off like 3 or 4 times more than I need. That way I can bunch it up. I can let it be bunched up. And I'll get those nice organic wrinkles that I want. And I'm going to do this over all like the inside of the petals and stuff so that, you know, so it all has a nice organic texture. And my excess that I had, I just put over one of the petals. I got to put it there anyway. And now I'm going to heat it. I don't want to lose my beak, so I'm pushing that plastic up inside of that beak. Okay. Good, good. I think that would be awesome. Anything that gets you more Nightbreed is always better. My Halloween was awesome. I will not make it to IAPA this year. I'm definitely going next year. I always enjoy haunt season because I get to be a monster. Reading the instructions on glue is so huge. Jay, you can always reach out to me for advice. Yeah, very good. Okay. That was Laura. Very good. All right. So back to it. I'm excited to build this, Laura, because it's fun. You know, this is fun for me. And it's work. It's work fun. It's work fun. Let's go ahead and spray this petal. Get this petal done. I'm gonna pull out some of these. Yeah, what's great is the length of the tube is just about the length of the petal with a little bit extra. I want extra. I like my extra. I do want it to fit on this table. When it did not fit on the table, that was not fun to move it. I'll hit this. And I'm hitting the backside of this pedal. Because I now know how I'm going to do disc. And the spray glue, it wants about 10-15 seconds, but by the time I get to here, it's been about 10-15 seconds. Put it on. And these are going to be nice. And I love the word organic, yes, but it has a lot of value and use to what I do for a living. Maybe I say the word a little too much. I love how organic this looks and feels. Now see, that looks like just like I wadded it on there. Look at the magic of the heat gun. This is heat gun magic. Just gonna warm it up, press it in. Let's make sure it gets on there. I want to get attached to that pedal. And on the back, I'm going to hit it with a heat gun 2. It's going to blow some little holes in it. It's going to give it some texture. I love texture. Now right here, there's this piece of plastic and there's that. For the record, never touch this while it's hot. 'Cause it's like napalm. It'll really stick to your fingers. So don't do that. I'm going to put a piece in between these two, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to do all the pedals, and then I'll come back and do a piece in here that gets all that. But that looks now like, you know, maybe it's snot or something. When I paint it, it's going to look nice and mucusy. I'm going to have, you know, hundreds of teeth on this puppy. It'll be a good time. But right now, you crowded me. Give me some room, kids. Magic of the heat gun. Don't forget it. This is a much smaller area that I'm doing. I'm doing this bottom jaw pedal. Been really good so far. I haven't embarrassed myself by just wadding up a piece of cellophane so much that I can't use it yet. I said yes, I'm sure it's going to happen. Sometimes the question is, why is the table sticky? This is why the table is sticky. I feel like I'm always striking the balance between showing you what I'm working on and letting you see my mouth while I'm talking. I guess it's just ego that I want you to see me while I'm talking. Maybe that's ego. Is it good communication? I don't know. You'll have to decide. Am I an egomaniac who just, you must watch me while I'm doing the talking? Or am I just trying to communicate effectively? You decide. See, I stuck my marker to it. That's wonderful. And I don't want to put it on smooth. I want to put it on with all these bunches and stuff. That's how I want it. It's not a case of me messing it up and saying, I wanted it messed up. I really, the more I have on here of texture and of wrinkles, the better this looks. And just this looking organic is what's important. Yes, it can work for that. I know, John. I remember who you are now. It took me a minute. Last time, not this time. This time I knew right who you were. John, he was my old roommate. So he saw me make a lot of weird stuff. Back when I wasn't very good at making stuff. Or at least I was less good at making stuff. Gotta move some stuff out of the way. Okay, let's do this one. I'm not being stingy with my glue. It's about $10 a can, and it's a bargain because it's awesome. You'll note, it took a second. I cleaned my workspace. It's the first time I pulled a piece up that didn't have a bunch of other crap stuck to it. So there's something to be said for cleaning up your environment a little bit every now and then. Okay, that one is nice and covered. Let's heat gun it. Tightens up. I get all these nice sinews and stuff. When I hit that with ink, it's going to look amazing. Okay. So I have 4 out of 6 covered. That's great. Do probably the top one next. Hellstorm. Is anybody here you know, Bob? Bobo? I don't know. Can we get an up-close view? Yes, you can. Let me spray this, and then I will show you up close. All right, so spray. Spray. Is this up close enough? Now, keep in mind, it's not painted. See all that nice texture in there now? Looks mucusy. And I gotta do more on those eyes because the eyes are not covered near enough. But I can proceed with what I got. Because love him is what I got. All right. You asked for an up-close view, so I turn it around on you. Let's get ready for heat gun. Let's get ready to heat gun. Okay, let's get this pushed in. Again, napalm, don't touch this stuff. Really bad for you. And that's pretty open, so I'm gonna hit that again. You guys are great, you're sent my way. I'm not covering as much, so I'm not spraying the entire pedal down with it. There's 2 layers on there right now, glued to itself. That's nice. Here's heat gun. Okay, great. Filled that in a lot more. Nice and snotty. I have 1 left to do on the front. I'm going to hit this face again. Hit the face right now. Let's do that. If you can avoid it, don't get spray adhesive on your scissors. It does make them hard to operate. And then down the road, you got to WD-40 them. See what those again from far back does. Getting a gentle tighten. Okay. Now I have an idea for something that I want to do. I'm just making like a rope out of this stuff. I'm now hitting the rope with contact cement. This should help me make a real pivotal area. And that's going to be that nice ring of teeth that he kind of has in the middle. You can see it here. You know, he's got that nice ring of teeth. Look at questions. Yeah, don't do the thing I just did. That's a very good way to go. How much would you say in all wrapping did you have to purchase for the headpiece? This is just one thing of saran wrap, heavy duty saran wrap. It's one roll, so $5-6. I don't know how much it costs really. And then this is the floor mat foam. I've used maybe 2.5 pieces of that, maybe. I want to solidify this ring a little bit. Now that's looking like an orifice. You know? All right. Good. I'm much happier with that. Now I have this one left to do up here. Let's get it done. Wear gloves because this stuff on your hands is no good. So yeah, basically, I want to make a big monster for the Stranger Things convention that's coming up this weekend in Dallas. And since they have a signature monster, why wouldn't I make that? And yeah. So that's the why of Alan. Why are you making a Demogorgon in what you hope to be 6 to 8 hours? There we go. Hit the back first. Haven't even seen the front, but I'll hit the back with the heat gun, tighten it up. Now I come to the front. Needs a little more right here. You don't have to be overly concerned with doing everything perfectly. I'm relying on glorious little accidents to happen that are going to give me texture and color and life. Careful, because when that gets hot, it really sticks to you. So don't do that. So now remember I said that there was gaps in here. I'm just going to put a couple pieces in to fix those gaps. I think I can get away because of the nature of this piece with not spraying the film before I put it on. Which should give me a little more control in where I put it. Otherwise, when it's down, it's down. I want to get as deep in those corners as I can. Yeah. See all that extra? I don't care. I'm going to burn that away. Melt. Melt is a better word. I want definition between the petals. I don't want the petals to look like they're all melding together, even up here at the top. So I've got to cut those free and just make sure that they're all individual. So this guy needs some on the front and back because the back of this one isn't done. See, the back of it's pretty clear. And I don't have a lot more of this to do. I'm going to do the back of the head here in a moment. But that should go pretty fast also. That's probably too much for what I'm doing. But it's okay. We'll have a little bit on there without spray adhesive. There, it's on the rest of it. Pretty happy with the front of it. You know, I like all these tendons and things that are happening. I like that. Yeah, that's nice. So I'm going to hit it with spray adhesive. Oh, sorry. I'm going to hit that with spray adhesive and kind of lock it in. All right, so this is what I have been using a Super 77. All right, this is high strength 90. Different animal does different things. This is it's meant to glue different things. It's like for vinyls and stuff, but I use it as cobwebs in a can. You see the thick ropiness that it's going on with? This is more texture that I'm putting on this head. If you work it right, you can get nice cobweb looking effects on even just that raw foam that's there. It's going to cook a little bit and spread out a little, but I'll still get thickness and strength. Okay. No. This is Stacy asked me a question. This is not tonight's shop project. This is Alan's quick Demogorgon build for the Stranger Things show that is happening. Because we thought it would be a good idea to go play dress up this weekend at a convention. And what weekend isn't it a good idea to do that? Just cover everything in spray adhesive. I went German, don't know why. It happened. We're gonna ignore it, we're gonna move on. Great. I'm going to get this nice crepey, wrinkly texture from the saran wrap. I'm not worried about this first layer because the way the petals are set up, almost all of these are going to overlap, and I'm going to get a ton of plastic wrap back here before I'm done. What a nice texture this will be. And this is brand new. I've covered the layer I sprayed, so I want to hit it again. This is flappy and loose. Let's tighten that up. I want people to believe it's a mucus. And when you paint this, it just takes on, you know, whatever properties the paint tells it to, which is lovely. Do a little bit of controlling beforehand while I glue it down. And then the rest is just done with the heat gun, getting that texture. I want little blisters to form. I want little rips and tears and bubbles to happen. That's texture. See, it's looking like the back of a monster head. Maybe not right now, but it will, I swear. Just getting this up so I can. This stuff does sinews and tendons really well. That's why I love it for plastic corpsing. I love it for monster skin of almost any kind. It's wonderful. And I don't want to mess with the front of it too much. That's why I'm folding it along that edge. Hitting with the heat gun, kind of lock it in place. I'm going to open up where I want it to open up though. Let it tighten over the foam. Now, I don't know if you guys saw it, my heat gun did just shoot out a little bit of fire. Maybe it's tired, who knows? Heat gun, we have 2 more to do. Then, we're actually going to start painting this puppy. All right, please try to make a sheet ghost with ghastly features. Jordan, I could do that. Do you mean like a sheet ghost costume or like a yard sheet ghost? Yeah, Super 77. Yes, I can do a desiccated corpse with a wet sheet thrown over it. The more layers, the better. Absolutely. All detail is achieved through layers. You don't have one layer of something and say that it's detailed. That's just not the descriptor you would use. Okay, you know what? I am not liking that these two almost touch. I'm going to have to fix that. See these two? They almost touch right here. Too close together. Just because a mistake took you a long time to make doesn't mean you shouldn't fix it. That's a biggie. Do I have to probably go back and fix that edge and add a little more plastic? Yes. Is it worth doing so that a year from now it doesn't still bother me? Yes. But when I do this plastic, I'll just put a little bit extra on right there. I'll fix that edge. Okay, that exposed a lot of that, but that's okay. I want those to be very different lobes. You know, I don't want them to feel like they're, you know, two pieces or whatever. I want it to be one thing. Well, separate things. I know what I meant. Like a flower. Hi, everybody. And Stacy, you asked if this was tonight's shop project. I have a snowman that is sold, so I need a snowman shirt and gloves like we do. So that is tonight's project. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 2:31 p.m.
Perfect. Okay. So I have this. Oh, look at that. See? See that? Just flapped around the front. Loose. Tighten it up. I am Captain Impatient. I'm going to paint a little bit of this. I want to paint the back of the head just to get an idea. Let's see if I have any gray paint. You know what? I'll dry brush it. So I'll use black. I'm going to spray it with black and then I'll dry brush it with the gray that he's going to be. When this all becomes one thing, hey, I'm using spray paint, I'm indoors, wear a respirator. When this all becomes one thing, it just looks so much cooler. I know the inside and the outside will not be the same color, but a black base never hurts. And I'll dry brush it off from there. All right, this can is out. Flat black. Do I do any videos regarding lighting techniques? No, but I could. Well, you know what? I have one video on a lighting technique, but it's not like lighting a show. It's a lighting effect. It's the red-blue effect. I could probably make my buddy Jake Farmer do some. I let him do most of the lighting at Dark Hour. He is the technical director. It's his job. It's not like I let him, but I love lighting. You know, it makes a world of difference in a show. A well-lit show versus a not well-lit show. It's astounding how different they are and what a difference lighting makes in an environment. Now this is wet spray paint. It's okay. That is also going to give me a texture. And I'm heat gunning it so it will dry, and then I can dry brush. Again, remember, if you want to work fast, don't work wet. Well, spray paint's wet, but it does dry pretty fast. Again, it's got an alcohol in it, it's got stuff in it that evaporates quickly to make it dry faster. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 2:37 p.m.
Okay, I'm 2 hours in. Started this at 12:30. Right now it's 2:37. My base is built. I'm painting and adding teeth. All right. Dry enough for me to dry brush, I think. Let me grab a paint de brush. Look, a paint de brush. I have some great paint around here. I'm going to use my mask paint because I've got plenty of it. I'm about to switch out. Here's some white. I got some white, some gray, and some black. So I'm going to base it in a dark gray. Meaning I'm taking some black. Some gray, I mean. Putting a little bit of black in it. Not quite 50-50, maybe 1/3 to 2/3. but it is a dark gray. I'm mixing up plenty of this, especially when you consider that I am dry brushing. See how those holes and those wrinkles kind of pop with the dry brush? Why we do dry brush when we have heavy texture? I don't want everything to be obliterated by gray paint. So I'm watching which way the lines go, and I'm going opposite them. I don't want to fill those trenches with paint. I want those trenches to stay and live, show up, have babies, and make more little trenches and more texture. Let me accentuate your features. That was, in all honesty, more paint than I wanted on my brush. It's okay. A bit of wet painting happened. I didn't mean it. It's coming to life. It's becoming a thing. When I airbrush it, that's when it's really going to look crazy. But it's very sturdy. You know, it's going to hold up well. It's going to live a long time. It's EVA foam and plastic. It's not going to absorb a lot of sweat. So it'll wipe down real easy with alcohol wipes or whatever for cleaning on the inside. If it falls off the table, it won't matter much. Hee hee. Well, thank you, Haunt Helpers Online. We're making a Demogorgon mask, big dog. We're going to make a whole costume, actually, between today and tomorrow. My upcoming monster camp is in January. You message the Stilt Beast Studios Facebook page. I will send you more info. Actually, my wife will send you more info. You message my wife, it happens faster than if I get messaged. Not because I don't like you, not because I'm a terrible person. I just don't look at social media as much. And then I'll remember, like, oh yeah, I saw that I got a message, I got to answer. And it's like, was it a Facebook message? Was it an email? Was it an Instagram message? How did that message get to me? I have no idea. Then you gotta look at all of them. It's not so bad right now. Right now I'm at about probably 100 messages a day. But when you get to haunt season, we're talking, 250, 300 messages every day that I cannot efficiently process and keep everyone happy. All right, so I have a base gray on now. I'm gonna do one more coat of that. It's very translucent, so I'm still getting a lot of the black through it. Let's do another process. always fun to show other processes. Take about half of this sponge. And sponges, it's not technically dry brushing, I'm sponging, but because it is big and flat, it is not going in all those details either. So you can dry brush with a sponge. For this project, it just works really well. It does take up more paint because the sponge eats it. Well, that's enough of that. Let's mix up some more and actually dry brush the rest of this. The black is still happening in some areas. Some areas will never not be black. And then this gray is our base. And then we'll do another gray on top of this. It's building up slow, but it's more layers, you know, I'm just doing layers of paint. And I probably should have hit this plastic with some spray adhesive, just so it had a little more tooth to it and would grab that paint a little better. This heat gun is making end-of-life noises, so it may end up shooting a fireball here shortly. That will be exciting. This point in the video, you're literally watching paint dry. Could be a little boring. My apologies. Right now I'm still using my normal black. I was testing out Black 3.0, which is a paint that they say is the blackest black paint. It's pretty black. It's not as amazing as they claim, in my opinion, but I do like it. And I may incorporate it into some latex paint down the road, but I haven't yet. So this is my normal mask paint that I'm using right now. So that gives me a nice base. Also like that. Okay, be right back in 1 second. I heard someone. It was UPS. They've dropped off goodies for me. Grabbing myself a beverage. The paintings is Demomorgorgon. Isn't it cool that I started this 2 hours ago though, and now I'm painting it? It's a fast, nice, fast build. All right. So that is this guy for now on the back. But let's bring you over here. See the textures that we've got? It's kind of nice. I'm going to hit this with some spray paint too on the inside. Find myself some red. Honestly, I don't know if I have any red spray paint. I should. Yep. I have a nice gloss colonial red. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Oh, yeah. That's a sexy Gorgon. Mmm. This is just about out, but it's white. I just want to. It's out. That was depressing. I don't want to walk off camera, so I'm over here looking for white. See what I've got. Metallics, no. Alexa, add white spray paint to my shopping list.
White bread made added to your shopping list.
No, not white bread. Alexa, add white spray paint to my shopping list.
I've put white spray paint on your shopping list.
Alexa, remove white bread from my shopping list.
I've checked off white bread made from shopping.
Ah! Okay. Every time. Yeah, I'm just not going to go with that then. I'm going to red over that white because I don't have enough white to do it all. I thought I could put some white on the edges and make it different. Now, remember this high strength 90? Let's do it over the red spray paint. It's gooftacular. Okay. I'm going to hit it again. Yeah, I'm liking the inside of that. That looks lovely. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? This has to dry before I can put teeth in. But maybe I can mess with the back of the head while that's drying. Let me get my airbrush stuff set up over here. May have to put my hose end over there. I like the noise that hose reel makes. So I feel like I'm cranking Frankenstein up into the ceiling with that crank, 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 crank. It's nice. In a Frankenstein kind of way. Okay, I have my gray in here now. This won't give you the same look as dry brushed, but I can be careful where I spray and build up a layer faster. See, I'm getting a lot more color now. When you brush paint onto plastic, what happens sometimes is you just slide that paint around without doing as much painting as you want. I was getting a little bit of bite on it, but not a lot. Now hitting the plastic with spray adhesive gives it some tooth and helps keep that from happening. So you have to keep your project in mind. There's a lot of things you have to keep in mind when you're working on stuff like this. I'm doing this a whole body for this creature, all right? So the paint job that I do on this head, I have to match on the body. So I can't spend the time to give this a level 10 paint job if the body is only going to have time for a level 4, you know? So I have to make sure that what I do, I can replicate on that whole body. It's much more important that it looks good as a unit than it is if, that the head is perfectly painted. It's just not as important. Making it one whole cohesive thing is a big deal. One of the reasons why I love stilt costumes is the trick is keep their eye moving around that whole thing. If you keep their eye moving, then, so many little mistakes are forgiven because it's just so big overall. Okay. Let me grab some ink. I'm going to switch to inks on this. A little bit of shadow gray and a little bit of Well, no, I'm just going to use the shadow gray. First, I'm going to heat gun and dry. And when I painted this, I tried to do a heavy line down the middle and on the edges and let it have some natural fading like a leaf would have, you know? I'm keeping nature in mind while I paint. And this is not everything for the back of his head. I'm going to do some line detail, but I want to get this nailed down and locked in by drying it. One of the many things that's wonderful about this character is gray, pretty much. And that's what color the mats are. So I didn't have to work too terribly hard to get gray. That is dry enough for me to airbrush on. Come on over, guys. That's pretty good. Am I missing any questions? I did. I will use hot glue as I set all the teeth in on the front side. So yes, hot glue will be happening in the future. A glitch trap or Malhare costume from Five Nights at Freddy's. Can you just send me some images of that and I will help you out. Frankenstein, yes. I do love modern technology. Okay, so let's get back to it. Not a clean airbrush. I am a bad boy. I think it'll spray. Let's find out. I think the last color I used was purple, but I'm now going to a nice shadow gray is what this is called. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna ignore the texture. It's still a little purple for my tastes. trying to run it through to get a little some of that purple out. It's a little too purple for me. And the shadow gray is kind of a translucent color, so it's not as color rich as the purple is. So as it activates that purple, the purple just takes over. And that's okay. Out of paint. Yeah, everybody who's watching, make sure you check out the Weird Kid Show's YouTube channel. Not just because he interviewed me, he's already interviewed Ed Edmonds and some other folks, and I feel like it's a young channel, but I think it's gonna be around to stay, and it's nice. It's a good haunty channel. Anything that is pro making stuff and pro haunted house, I'm a big fan of. I guess it was a plug, but mostly it was just talking about something I liked. Top one has nothing on it, but you can see I'm building up just a nice bit of color on there. Well, you don't have to use an airbrush. I mean, heck, all that I'm doing here, you can do with paint markers, you know. I like airbrushes because they tend to be fast. I'm fast. I like fast. You want something to have my attention? Make it fast. All right, so I like that. I like what's happening there. I'm going to put this back in the shadow gray because I don't need any more of it right now. I'm going to get some white, and I'm going to do some white highlight on this. You know what? No, I am going to use the purple, and I'm going to use the purple inside of some of these little holes and really give it just a little bit of depth. Okay. A big rule when you're using inks or paints or whatever, close the lid. Don't leave something sitting with the lid open, especially a whole bottle. Do I thin? No, I don't thin my paints. Many people do, especially like the alcohol-based inks like I'm using right now. But I don't. I use them straight out of the bottle. Would I save a little bit of money if I did? Probably. And I'm highlighting some of these holes. You know, I want that texture to be there. I worked hard to make it happen. Let's show it off. This size bottle of this ink, this is Pinata ink, is about $11 on eBay, 10 or 11 bucks. So it's not that expensive, and a little bit of this ink goes a real long way. Okay, so that is that. Let's put the purple away. I'm liking the color scheme that's happening on him. Let's grab some white ink. I don't want to go overboard with the white, but I want some highlights. Open my airbrush up all the way and try and spray out the purple until it just stops coming. I poured the rest of the purple into the bottle, but now I want to empty it. Ideally, I'd run some alcohol through it, but I'm not going to do that. That's very pink, but I'm getting to white. I'm getting there. While I have pink in my airbrush by accident, let's do some highlights in the mouth. What's going to need a highlight? I think this will. Remember I tried to do this with white paint and it didn't work out? So I was out of white paint. Go around the outside of all these. Go around that mouth ring a little bit. Soften in there. Got a lot of work done for me on the inside of that mouth with overspray, well, waste ink. So I'm not getting the white that I wanted. Looks like I will have to run some alcohol through my airbrush. That's what I get for trying to save time. Ain't no rest for the wicked, money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, mouths to feed. Nobody rides for free. Spray bottle with some 99% alcohol in it. Spray a few sprays right into that bowl, dump it on the ground. Now I can spray some alcohol in there and just let it run out. Open up. Oh, see, I'm getting it's clear now. Now it is running clear. Now it's running empty. Now let's put some white in there and see if I can get my white highlights on the back of the head like I wanted. Even if they're whitish highlights. Scott, good to see you on. The carburetor cleaner does a great job. Does a great job cleaning out the airbrush. 99% alcohol is what you thin these inks with. So sometimes I use 99, and I had it right here in a spray bottle, and I am low on carburetor cleaner. Just some highlight, just a little bit of a raised area. I'm showing that is different. And I'm just highlighting some of the raised areas that I want highlighted, just as to make it different, to make it feel different. Okay. So I'm going to set that down for a moment. Let's look at this guy again. Okay, I'm going to go in here with some true red and pop the red that I've got. That white was too contaminated to pour back in the bottle. And frankly, I don't use a ton of white. So I'm going to clean the airbrush out a little bit. Until it runs clear. Mostly clear. Clear enough to use red. I'm going to grab some red. You know what? I should probably do his teeth first before I finish painting the mouth. So I got to work and pop a bunch of teeth in here. Let's go ahead and get a soldering iron plugged in to make popping the teeth easy. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hot glue the teeth. Teeth are going to be hot glued on. Perfectly acceptable. Here's my other hot glue gun. Hot glue gun is on. I can prep my pumpkin teeth while I'm waiting. That hot glue gun does heat up pretty quick. Now I know from experience, I put about 250 to 300 teeth on this. So I'm going to be putting on a lot of teeth. Each one of these is a pack of 20. I'll need about 10 packs by the time I'm done. And I'm going to hot glue them so I don't need to poke them in. These poke really well into EVA foam, and then a little bit of hot glue secures it. These teeth are from Pumpkin Teeth. I get them on Etsy. Pumpkin Teeth, Etsy. What's great about it, they come in a package, and it's one per size. A lot of other different types have, a mix of teeth in there, and this is smalls are what I use the most of. So Pumpkin Teeth on Etsy, that's the way to go. Yes, I'm making this for a Stranger Things con in my area. Just because I think Dark Hour should dress up and go. I think it'll be fun. It's post-haunt season. We have worked really hard, and we want fun. All right, so that's a good pile of teeth to start. And I'm going to turn my hot glue gun down. I've got a temperature dial on it. It's at 250. I'm going to turn all the way down to 220. That way the glue, I'm not going to have to wait for it to, solidify or whatever. It's going to be pretty solid as we start. I'm cutting off most of that tooth spike. A little bit is fine because it's going to sit on a puddle of glue. Puddle of glue! So if I'm using 300 teeth, I'll be nipping these off 300 times. but I'm going to use the teeth to kind of make a fence around the eyes and help hide the eyes. I mean, having a layer in front of your eyes that's big enough for you to see. Think of a knothole in a fence. You can't see through a knothole in a fence from 20 feet away. But if you get right up on it, you can see through that knothole really well. So I am obstructing the eyes a bit so they're hard to see from far away. You won't see the actor's eyes, but you can see out. And that's very important. So this is kind of a mindless task. Yeah. What you doing, Alan? Just cutting teeth. These are the kind of projects I really cut my teeth on. Oh, I'll stop. These kind of monsters that I can really sink my teeth into, projects that I enjoy. You know, when this monster is all opened up like this, it looks like a sunflower, kind of like wide open. But when these are closed, it looks like a muzzle, you know, and it looks a little canine. Oh, just a little. Sorry. Ideally, I would have an assistant to come. Speaking of which, I have a message. Okay, had to clear my messages. Sorry. And once I get, you know, this pile that I've got in front of me clipped, I'll start gluing. My hot glue gun is more than ready. You know, I have red glue sticks over there, but I don't think I'll mind the translucency of these either. I'm about to airbrush red, and I can just make sure that what I airbrush goes. And let's see if I can do this with only 200 teeth and make it look good. I have 6 petals. If I used well, that's math. It's hard. If I give away 30 petals, you know, that's 90, that's 200, another 100 in here and along this. I think that's possible. Tired of cutting these. Have I mentioned that I don't like to do things over and over and over again? That's how I structure what I make. Come on, I got a few more. I can do it. Doesn't hurt. It's easy. It's not hard. It's just tedious. And I'm not a fan of tedious. This is why I want interns. This is the kind of stuff I make a helper do. Click all these teeth for me. I would probably let them glue the teeth in too. But what do you do? Alas, today I have no interns or shop helpers. Last one. So exciting. Oh, all right. Teeth. I just put down 6 blobs of glue for 6 teeth. I left a little bit of a nub on these teeth, and I'm almost thinking I should have cut them all the way down, which would mean I have to cut them all over again. But I think I can make it work. So I'm not going to do that. That's 4 blobs of glue. Yep, some of these I cut too long. This is das. I'm also realizing right now that there's probably no paint at all in the underside of this piece of chin. Well, I'll have to fix that. But that's looking kind of nice so far. That's looking good. And again, I don't have my hot glue gun really super hot because I want it to be thicker glue and be supportive. If my glue was just stupid hot, then it wouldn't hold up the tooth without help. Okay, so that is coming along nicely. I'm 1/6 of 1/10 of the way done with teeth. The best part is, if the hot glue gets cold before I stick the tooth in, well, I just put on more hot glue. It's a win-win. Isn't it nice to be able to see it's coming together? You know, I like that. Putting on teeth really helps make a Demogorgon. So let's do it. I'm gonna work on this ring now and get some teeth in there. See, that glue's not running a lot because I don't have it super stupid hot. If I could turn it down about 15 degrees lower, I would. And it would be an ideal situation to use the soldering iron, poke a hole in the plastic, shove that fang, the little barb on the back of the tooth down in there, and let that be the thing. But just glued on, I think is perfectly fine for this. And these teeth have to defy gravity a little bit. You know, because they're hanging down. I really want them to be right in front of the eyes. So they're guarding the eyes from viewers. This one is starting to drip. I'll put it back up. This other one is starting to drip. I'll put it back up. It's a nice, slow, controlled drip. It's one thing I love in the world. It's a controlled drip. Time I see a drip, I want to control it. I would have thought that too, but I'm not quite stabbing it through. So, David, the event is Sunday, so I won't have time for that, but it's a great idea. Rob is at work right now. That is where Rob is. This is a very nice glue gun, but I do a lot of gluing, so I ought to have a nice glue gun, you know? Speaking of which, I gotta get a glue stick. I could probably do one or two more. Three, I'm doing three more. That's a real long nub. Boy, I love hot glue. It just does what you want it to most of the time. You know, it's good stuff. I'm gonna grab another glue stick. We're getting close on our Demogorgon, guys, on our head. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 3:40 p.m. Happy Thursday.
Looks like I'm going to be a 4-hour. Looks like I'll have a 4-hour mask again, just like last time. I tried to do it in less time than the Predator, but I think this is a harder mask to do than the Predator. So at 4:30, that'll be 4 hours. And I think I'll be pretty close by then. Okay, one more tooth on the ring. You know what? I've got almost a second row on this ring. I'm gonna do a whole second row. I think it's worth it. This is why it takes 300 teeth. See how nice that is, though? Something about a mouth just full of teeth is a wonderful thing. So if you are new joining us, I don't know if that's the case for anybody or not, but I am making a Demogorgon full costume. Not for a con coming up in a couple months. No, this is for Sunday. I started it, well, I made a foam helmet at 10 a.m. and I got the foam helmet done. And then 12:30, I started making this Demogorgon mask. So, yeah. I can't wait to airbrush inside of here. You know, punch it up with some real red. And I actually put some black in it too to help hide in there a little more. It's going to be wonderful, in my opinion. I hate saying that my own work is amazing, but it's often I'm amazed by the process. When I say, "Oh, that's amazing," it's not. It's not that I'm saying my work is awesome. What I'm saying is, you know, we made something out of nothing. Oh boy, I love teeth. Teeth make the monster. And you know what? Bob Connor, who invented pumpkin teeth, boy, did he make a good invention when he did this. Sure does make me happy. All right, so I've got to do a row of teeth up here still. Just going to hit that. And these guys I'll do a little different. Used a hot glue to build up gums for him, kind of. That also gives me a little bit more surface area to glue teeth onto. If you're using a hot glue gun, be careful. You can burn the snot out of yourself. So wear gloves, just pay attention to what you're doing. Whatever you've got to do to really not burn yourself that bad. That'd be great. And if you do burn yourself while using a hot glue gun, don't tell them you saw me do it on my channel. And yes, that means I'm asking you to lie. Just lie, kids. It's okay. All right, so that is a crazy looking top jaw piece wonderfulness. Let's go ahead and make our lives a little easier. Yep, I was right. No paint under there. Let's find that black airbrush. There it is. was going to get this out of the way anyhow. And if we do these laying down, they're fighting less gravity, you know? I can put this here. Put this over here. Okay. Yeah, don't jab crayons into your glue gun. That's a bad idea. I still use colored glue sticks all the time. I use black, red, white, pink, and I've got a bunch sitting over there. Just right now I'm using clear, and I think the clear will actually add a bit to the look. You know, having a nice clear viscous material inside of his mouth would be good. Put down some sweet, sweet lumps of hot glue. Let's put a tooth out. If you like it, then you should have put a tooth in it. I like it. So I'm putting a tooth in. Oh, one more. But wait, there's more. You guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's right there. Perfect. Oh. Okay, so I started putting teeth on this other edge, and then I realized that if I don't put teeth in the middle first, it'll be hard to get to them. I'll have to do more and more of this kind of deal, so. Okay, I'm almost out of teeth that I pre-cut. I think I only pre-cut 2 packages and there were some loose already. So I'm going to have to cut more teeth even to finish this petal. But the center of the mouth is done. And 2 out of 6 petals are done. I need to get another tooth stat because I have a puddle waiting. Perfect. But I still need a few over here. So let's grab a few more packs of teeth. Now comes the fun part of clipping teeth. Could I do a bag at a time? Could that be my reward? Just one bag at a time, then I get to glue them? I'll do 2 bags. And I'm going to control my nubs. Let's see if just scissors will do it. They're a little faster. Yes. can also get closer. Now, I don't want to shoot those little tooth nubs into the mouth because they could get stuck in glue or whatever, or fold, and I'll never find them. So where are we, kids? We're cutting teeth again. Isn't this fun? Don't you love cutting teeth as much as me? Looks like I need 4 more teeth for this. Okay. Next to last tooth, last tooth. Last tooth must I cut your tag off the very next day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5. Oh yeah, that's fun. 1, 2, 3. 4. Just stuck my finger in glue. I don't recommend it. 4 out of 7, do not recommend. Okay, so that is 2 petals done of teeth. Okay, let's go here now. And I can't put on so many teeth, you know, but it's going to take me hours and hours and hours and hours. And also, this is a project for fun, mostly. Will I take some pictures of this suit and throw it on Dark Hours, you know, social media? Sure, I probably will. But it's not like I'm selling the suit. It's not like I'm getting paid to make it. So let's be reasonable in our demands. All right, so that was plenty. The trick is I got to remember where I put the glue so I don't forget where to put the tooth. Say that's the trick. I guess that's one of the tricks. But it's an important trick. And these teeth are actually glow in the dark. But I like them because they have a nice translucency to them. You can almost see through them. A mask making friend of mine named Corey Seymour, and he makes a lot of stuff that's really fun. Like, I think he did a Mongolian death worm, he did a Jersey devil. He just is doing now a chupacabra. So he's done some real fun masks. And one of his masks, I think he calls it Leech or something, has, you know, hundreds of teeth. And I said, you know, you should check out pumpkin teeth. I think they would help you. So he uses them now, but where I was going with this was he turned me on. He's like, yeah, pumpkin teeth are great, but get the glow in the dark ones. I'm like, why would I get glow in the dark? That's cheesy. And he goes, because they're translucent and they look awesome. I said, okay. So yeah, thought I was teaching him something, but he taught me. Okay. I think I put there first. All right, so this guy is going to need more teeth on this petal. I have not put enough teeth on here. But you have to be consistent, so that's what I'm balancing it. You know, if one tooth has if one petal has 60 teeth, then the petals around it had better have 60 teeth too. So it's a little bit better for me to put on, you know, maybe 40 teeth this pass, then go back and add teeth to make it as rich as the others. It's close, but I can tell that this one just has less. I'm keeping the direction of my teeth in mind too. You know, they're all pointed the right way, you know. I don't have one petal they're facing in, the next petal they're facing down. That would be a derpy chewing monster. So is anybody planning on watching the whole marathon today? Do any of you think that you're going to be up for watching the end of the mask here? And then I'll move on to the stilt feet. It's going to be a fun one. And really, I wasn't even planning on, you know, as of Tuesday, I wasn't planning on making this. It just kind of happens. Gotta wash. I don't want those little toothpicks. Oh yeah, I've got glue drying on me. Okay, now those two look even now. Let's count. 12. 25. 26. Pretty close to even. I'll take it. Case of beer and half a pizza. Ezekiel, good to see you on, sir. Bill Batchelor is on. I hear you. I hear you, Horror Beauty. I don't have a lot of time to do videos either. Well, I'm trying to make it look like this. Like that's my end game right there. So obviously modify because I have to fit a human head in it and they don't have to do that. But I'll get there. I'm close. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 4:01 p.m.
Okay. I got 30 minutes to do this in 4 hours. 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. Yeah. So now the head is the hardest part. The hands I don't think are going to be difficult. So I think one of the keys to doing this quickly is having a good hot glue gun. I can get, a gallon per hour out of this hot glue gun. Probably a little more than that. But, just I squeeze the trigger, the glue is hot. With a cheaper hot glue gun, you get 3 or 4 good squeezes of liquid glue, and then it won't go for a little bit. It's got to heat up. So having a good hot glue gun that really, heats that glue up. And if you have control of the temperature, even better. So the Demogorgon is a masterful design of a monster. They really did some cool stuff with it. Um, I think so many design aficionados love the creature from the Black Lagoon because he was kind of, the first true, full, beautiful creature suit, you know. Oh crap, I just did all that glue. I don't have any teeth cut. Oh, I've opted. And they said I don't plan ahead. I got time to plan. I got monsters to make. Whole time I'm fighting with a plastic package. My glue is drying. I'm gonna cut my teeth 2 at a time. Look at that. Boom, shakalaka. Mad tooth cutting skills right there. Maybe don't do that at home because you could cut your fingers because you are being less careful. Just cutting, gluing, cutting, gluing. Yep, that glue's getting firmer. I think I can do it though. I think it's gonna let me. This is how to sabotage yourself just to keep things interesting. Sure, I could have cut all these ahead of time, but then I wouldn't have a clock to race. Aside from getting the whole suit done Sunday, which is probably enough of a clock race on its own. Am I around 25 petals here? Let's see. 27 on this one. It's a little wider than that one. We're getting there. You know what? Before I glue, I'm going to go ahead and cut another package of teeth. Now, pumpkin teeth are one of my shop staples, so I just have them in stock. Um, they're so useful. You know, I'll buy hundreds of them. Hello, 45 people. Holy moly. It's a lot for a weekday, I think. Maybe it isn't. I'm not on a lot during the weekdays. I like cutting them two at a time. You just got to set up two at a time. So if you take time to set up two at a time, does it save you any time? Or is the time you took to set up eaten up the time it takes for you to do two? What are your thoughts? I think it's faster to do them one at a time. Unless they were like prearranged. That's a few. Let's glue stuff down. Don't have to worry about these kind of things. Very good, Kadeja. All right. I'm getting close. I mean, I'm going to probably fill in some teeth in here. And I might do one more run of teeth here. But yeah, we're getting there. And again, I'm keeping them all kind of pointed back towards the head. I want to have, you know, this thing has to chew. The mouth has to work and look like it works if I want people to believe this is a real creature. I can't wait to go in with the glue. I mean, with the ink and really paint this mouth. I've now done more gluing than I have cut teeth. So I'm in that little race mode again. I love this technique of building up with EVA foam and then plastic wrap, and you know, it's just it's a good way to make things. I'm getting a lot of nice organic texture from this. I don't know if I glued that spot or not. Let's just put a little bit of glue there. Okay. We're moving on to the last of the petals. But right now I can reach this area here, so I might as well do that. Why spin it, you know? Oh. Tell you what, the back is going to hurt at the end of today. Hunched over a stool for a while. Look on the bright side. I get to sit down. A lot of my work I can't sit down. Okay, I've cut a few here. That was nice, just sunk right into a hole in a good way. The glue is just at the right temperature to where I put them in and they stay. I'm not having to babysit them and watch them fall over, then go back to them. And I'm using teeth to kind of hide those breathing holes a little bit. It's going to get lost in all that texture that we put in there. That's why that texture is there. It helps us hide stuff. We are about to move on to our last petal and area. We are out of teeth that are out of bags. Okay, let's spin a little. I spin a little. Drink. Okay, so here we go. I am approaching the end of the teething, which is nice.